auctioning off the last lot of the day, a 19-year-old girl. The crowd watched in uneasy silence as the girl stood trembling, her bruised face hidden behind strands of hair. From the back, Isaiah Montgomery, a 42-year-old black widower and landowner, clenched his fists. When the bidding began, laughter and greed filled the air. Frank Holloway, the tavern owner, bid first, followed by Walter Schmidt, a violent farmer. Isaiah hesitated. $30 was all he had left after the drought. Yet something inside him wouldn't let him turn away. $50, his deep voice cut through the crowd. Murmurs turned to outrage when he outbid every man in town. $70, he declared, offering his last gold coins. The sheriff, nervous but bound by law, sold the girl to him. As Isaiah approached, memories of his late wife's humiliation in that same square burned in his mind. The girl, Sarah Collins, whispered her name when he asked. She knew who he was. Everyone did. Together they left, surrounded by hostile glares and hateful whispers. At his small cabin miles from town, Isaiah offered her a room once belonging to his late son. Sarah, wary and calculating, searched for escape routes. Yet Isaiah treated her with quiet respect. When she found legal books and letters from a Boston professor, her suspicion grew. Soon Frank Holloway, Schmidt, and Judge Davis arrived under false pretenses to inspect Isaiah's land. Their real goal was to seize it. Ruth Wilkins, a midwife and Isaiah's ally, later delivered supplies, and a secret letter revealing a wider conspiracy involving the mayor, the judge, and wealthy landowners manipulating property near the planned railroad. Isaiah confronted Sarah, knowing she had overheard her father's meetings with the mayor. Trembling, she confessed her father's crimes and the existence of a red ledger holding payment records and stolen land deeds. Hidden in her shoe was the key to that book. Isaiah, Ruth, and Sarah began to plan quietly, understanding that her sale had been an attempt to silence her. Days later, during a raging storm, Sarah infiltrated the town hall, using the stolen key to unlock her father's desk and retrieve the red book. At the same time, Isaiah sent coded telegraphs to Boston, alerting federal authorities and sympathetic allies. By morning, the entire town buzzed as pamphlets appeared on church doors and market walls, exposing the corruption that reached the mayor and judge. When federal agents arrived with railroad officials and a reporter, the truth erupted in the streets. The mayor's forged documents and Collins' crimes were laid bare. In a dramatic confrontation, Sarah faced her father, who called her worthless. Isaiah stood tall, declaring that every human being had equal worth and that dignity was never for sale. The crowd's anger shifted, not toward Isaiah, but toward the corrupt men who had ruled them. Months later, Lakewood Springs was transformed. The railroad station stood proudly on Isaiah's land, now the heart of the new economy. The cabin had become a small school led by Sarah Montgomery, once a girl sold like property, now a teacher shaping young minds of all races. Isaiah's act of compassion had sparked a revolution, not through violence, but through courage and justice. The corrupt officials were gone, the town rebuilt, and the people finally united. Looking over the town at sunset, Sarah reflected that true freedom wasn't just breaking chains, it was building bridges. Isaiah smiled, reminding her that their worth had never depended on others' judgment. They had turned pain into progress, proving that dignity, justice, and compassion could change even the darkest corners of the world.